there, in a matter of days, the world, especially Christians, will be commemorating the birth of Christ the Lord. Certainly, it's low-key this year for obvious reasons, but the atmosphere is not without the anticipated fanfare. And so this weekend, being the last before the celebration, we thought it wise to give you a real Christmas treat. And so on the show today, we bring you a full dose of excellence with a voice in Christmas carols. And Angela Izebu is here. She's popularly called Angela Looks. She will be joining us later on the show. And to balance the equation, we shift our attention just a bit to a matter that stares at us daily, and that is coastal restoration and tree planting. How much information do we all have on this subject? Bada Boyega Oseni Clement, who is the chairman of Rotary District 911 Tree Planting Committee 2024 and 2025, will be joining us at the appropriate time to answer loads and loads of questions. We are here, and this is wishing you all the very, very, very best this Christmas. I'm Oma Helen Odele. I'm delighted to be with you today. Regrettably, John can't join us. He's having a couple of issues, especially with his car. I'm hoping that he will join before the show ends, but if he doesn't, together with you, we'll have a great show. So let's quickly take a break. When we return, which will be in a very short while, you will meet our first guest, and then we get to talk about one or two other things. Once again, Merry Christmas and welcome to the show. All right, welcome back. If you just tuned in, thank you so much for choosing to be a part of our very special Christmas edition of the program. The week has been many interesting, has seen so many interesting talking points, and we shall touch on a few of them as we go along. Normally, this banter is with John Senaya, my partner. He's not here today, but I would like to talk about some positive things, that were thrown at the week or during the week, and one of them is the announcement that the federal government has given Nigerians free train ride, to crisscross from wherever they are to wherever they want to be. And I think this is cheering news. Yes, we must say thank you to His Excellency, the President of Nigeria, for thinking it wise to ease the pain of Nigerians, because this is a time that would like to travel to be with our loved ones wherever they are. And the financial implications of traveling, probably would have been a huge challenge, but for this. But a thing to look at this point in time is the organization of this, so there's not a lot of stampede, and so that this blessing does not turn to something else. Thank you, Mr. President, and I hope the Nigerians will take advantage of this. All right, in the spirit of the season, let us be hopeful, let us continue to be cheerful and grateful. Now, it's time for me to introduce our very first guest. She is referred to in the music industry and by her fans as the phenomenal woman for her distinguished role in the poem by Maya Angelou. I guess that's a French name. A vocal soprano extraordinaire. She has had a passion for music from a tender age, inspired by Whitney Houston and tutored by the internationally acclaimed maestro, Professor Las Ekweme, Sir Emeka Nwokedi, Kobas Asuko, and a whole lot of them who have inspired and tutored her to become who she is today. Our guest has been part of the choir that represented Nigeria at the World Choir Games in the USA, in Belgium, and South Africa. It's going to be Carols for Christmas. Join me as I welcome to the program Angela Izebu. Did I get that right?
Yes.
What's the meaning of the name?
Angela Izebu, actually.
Izebu.
Yes.
And you are welcome to Today with John and Helen live on Plus TV Africa.
Thank you very much.
So good to have you. Merry Christmas in advance.
I wish you the Merry Christmas, everyone.
How are you getting ready?
Well, we're there. We're there. Let's put it that way. Well, we're hopeful. We're hopeful to. It's a season to be merry. So it can't be better put. We're good.
Okay. So let's take a little bit into your story, not history, but the story. And your journey in music is so inspiring. Now, can you share how growing up in Igbuzo, Delta State, influenced your love for music?
Okay. Well, my singing didn't actually start from Igbuzo. It actually started in Lagos because I was born and bred in Lagos. Okay. So at a tender age, I just realized I was very interested in musical things. In fact, nobody in my family is a musical person, but they just found it strange that I liked music. So my parents actually helped. I used to go to church. I used to sit beside the choir. I just got listening and I got very interested. Then they were going to have a program in church, and they asked us to do a Whitney Houston's I Believe the Children Are the Future, so that inspired me. When I listened, I'm like, wow, I'd like to be like this, So that was where the interest began. Then I joined the choir, I started singing. Then I went to Delta State because I schooled in Delta, FGGC Igbuzo. It's a boarding school. So growing in Igbuzo also helped me because I became part of the choir in school. And then, secondary school for 6 years, I was singing. I was studying and I was singing. So it grew. Yeah. It grew and blossomed into what it is today.
Awesome. Yes. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so we have started the show and you're here because we'll need you to give us loads of Christmas songs today and get our viewers in the mood. It's just a few days away.
Yeah.
So what would be your favorite Christmas carol, for example? Let's hear it.
I love Joy to the World. Joy, that's the season. It's the season of joy. Yeah. So it's ushering. Joy to the World is a song that ushers in the Christmas. It's saying joy, be merry, everybody. So I love Joy to the World. Okay. I love it very much.
Can I do it with you?
Sure, sure, we can. Okay, let's go. Okay, I'll sing the first verse.
No, I don't mind when I sing with you. Please, I must not spoil. Okay, let's have you do it.
Okay, I'll sing the first verse and I'll sing the descant, which is, it goes like this. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove, the glory, the glories and wonders, glories and wonders, glories and wonders of his love. Joy to the world, the Lord is come.
Wow, awesome. You see what I said? I will not even come near it.
Thank you.
Because I would have gone another way. While you're going this way, I would have gone the other. But that was really,
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
Yes, thank
Okay,
you.
so while going through your CV, I learned that you trained under renowned maestros such as Professor Laz Ekweme, Cobham, Asuquo, and a whole lot of others. How has these experiences shaped your musical style?
Wow, well, an interesting one. In my journey to music, in the initial stage, I thought music was just come, sing, and go. But as I advanced, I realized that I needed mentors, I needed tutors to be able to sing well, because it's not just having the talent to sing, you have to sing it well. That's a mistake most of our musicians have today. Most of them do not know the art of singing properly. So
there's an art of singing properly.
Oh yes,
it's not the good voice. It's not enough.
You have to. It's not enough. Talent is not enough. You have to do it well. If you're going to do it, it has to be done well. Awesome. So I had this encounter with Emeka Nwokedi. I've heard about him anyway, into choral music, and when growing, I started with choral music. So I got introduced to him. I walked up to him. He said, "Okay, can I hear you?" He played a few tunes. I sang, and he said, "Oh, you're good. I'd like you to, sing." He had a chorale, the Lagos City Chorale.
Yes.
So I joined the Lagos City Chorale, and it exposed me because I love classical music. I sing classical music. So he began tutoring me, and gradually he said, "Okay, there's this program in Muson Center, Musical Society of Nigeria. I think it would be good to be part of it, and that would help you, get exposed more." So I went to Muson Center, and I gained scholarship, this MTN Foundation scholarship. Yes, indeed. We're just 30 every year. So I was selected. I went to school. I was tutored. He became my music teacher, and then I started training, started learning how to sing, met Cobhams, contemporary music. There are different genres of music, but, you can be called upon at any time to sing something. So the way you sing a classical music is different from the way you sing a contemporary music. So I had to train under different people to be able to at least get one or two things, in the different genres.
So you can cross borders.
Yes, indeed.
Singing.
Cross,
Okay.
So
awesome. All right. We said this is a show for Christmas songs or for choral songs. You know, we want to hear your voice today.
Yes.
So, which is the next song that you would like to do for us?
Okay. Let me do "O Holy Night."
Okay.
I can do "O Holy Night." I'll put a bit of contemporary style in it, so you can get a feel of what it sounds like. Okay. I'll do the verse 1 of "O Holy Night."
Is it different from Silent Night?
No. Yes, they are. "O Holy Night" is different from Silent Night. Yes, it's a different. Okay. It goes this way. O holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voices, all night divine. All night when Christ was born, all night divine, all night divine.
Indeed, it was a night divine.
Indeed, it was.
And a night that the Christian world has remembered for many, many years and will continue to remember. Such a special night. And you have done that song in such a special way. When you went there so high, I was holding my breath. And trying to keep up the pace with you. But I even let down before you.
Wow, exactly.
That's the
it takes a bit of training to be able to sustain that.
Wow.
Yes, it does.
All right. So as the first female Secretary General of LAMCOM, and you tell us what that is, and a judge at NCCN. What does breaking these barriers mean to you, especially as a woman who is in the music and in this sector of music that's not so very popular?
Yes, really. Okay, so I'll begin with LAMCOM. LAMCOM simply means Lagos Archdiocesan Music Commission. Like I did say, my foundation years in music was in the church. I started singing with the children's choir, and I'm a Catholic. Okay, yes, I'm a Catholic. So, with my growth and exposure, of course, the Catholic Church began to notice embraced me, and the director at the time, Reverend Father Peter Oshuntokwe, he went to Canada to also study music and came back to Nigeria to impart knowledge, to people, so they're like, he's heard that, there's this girl who sings very well, and, we've never had a secretary before. It was always the director who was doing everything, and he felt he needed an assistant who is also musically inclined, to be able to carry out these activities. And then he came to me and said, okay, would you be? I'm like, wow, I'm a woman, to carry the load and burden of music for the Archdiocese of Music, it's a lot. And he says, I think you can do it. If you can do the music part of it, you can also do the administrative part. And it was challenging because, I had to do music, I had to do administrative work. And, for a lot of people, they'll be like, okay, it's a woman, she's female. Can she do this? That's where the challenge is, especially if you're a female doing something.
How long have you been doing it?
I have been doing it for about 5 years and counting. Yes, but I had to, of course, drop so that someone else can continue. So it was challenging. The question on the lips of many was, can she do it?
Yes.
What can she do differently? That's what is always on the lips of many when it's a woman there. And to God be the glory, I did it so well. I got lots of accolades for that, Also judging choirs and, of course, you have male counterparts and all that. And as a woman, when you're introduced, everybody is like, wow, she's good. She must be good to be there, to do this. And I had to prove myself. In fact, the first time I did it, it was 90 choirs, 90 interdenominational choirs. They were competing, and a whole day I had to listen, because to judge, you have to listen. Yes, and to listen to good music, you must be in tune. You must know what they are singing. So it was challenging, but I loved it. And it helped me too. It helped.
I'm puzzled, so at some point when a woman is in a position and people are like, can she do it?
Exactly.
What's the difference between, can she do it? And because of that, the women always go extra mile to prove them wrong. To prove them wrong. That's what you did.
Exactly. That was what I did. I had to put in a lot of effort. I had to do a bit of research. I had to, with women, of course, women have other responsibilities.
And you have other women supporting you.
Exactly. So it was challenging, but it was good for me because it helped me. So there's really nothing heavy, that I wouldn't be able to face.
Awesome. All right, we're getting ready to take a break. But before we go to that break, I need you to give us another song, another carol.
Okay. Let's do something simple. Away in a Manger. The baby Jesus started as a child. So let's start with his childhood and then growing. Okay, let's do Away in a Manger. Away in a manger, no crib for a bed, the little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. I love thee, Lord Jesus, look down from above and stay by my side till morning is nigh.
Wow. Okay, and so as you're singing, I'm listening and hearing every distinct word. And I'm saying, is that part of being a professional singer? You will answer that question when we come back from this break.
Thank you.
Okay, and you are watching our Christmas special on Today with John and Helen from Plus TV Africa. We will take a break now, and when we come back, our guest, with her sweet voice, continues to answer some of my questions and dish out some of the most lovely songs to celebrate Christmas. Don't go away. We'll be back in a bit.